A colorblind painter or a tone-deaf musician is probably not going to put out the best work. They need to have a sense of the nuances, the tonality of the music, the shades of color in their painting. This is palate development for the home cook or the professional cook. Understanding the senses on your tongue and how they apply to foods is how you're going to have shades of color or shades of tonality in your cooking. And there are receptors on every area of your tongue to sense the four basic senses: bitter, salt, sweet, and sour. First, I'd like you to take some coffee beans, 1 or 2 coffee beans. Don't have to bite them, don't have to chew them. You can just put them up under your lip, suck on them a little bit. How does that taste to you? Kind of bitter, huh? Coffee, a good example of bitter. So how do we counteract that? If something is bitter in that regard, now, get rid of the other coffee bean. Now's the time to take out a carrot, something sweet. 1 bite on the carrot, feel how the bitterness dissipates. Opposite sides of your tongue. A drink of water, a little bite of our soda, cracker, or bread. Cleanse the palate and you're back to neutral. Do you feel it on your tongue? Do you feel the subsiding of the bitter as the sweet rises? Let's go to the other end of the spectrum and some salt here. Just lick the tip of my finger, dip it in the salt on my tongue. Very salty. We all know the sensation of salt in food, but what is the opposite end of that? Well, to overcome the salt, let's add sour, half a lemon or citrus fruit. Sour, but feel the sensation of the salt subsiding. Opposite ends of the spectrum between our sweet and bitter are salty and sour. The ingredients that you put in your cooking method can play on these different ends of the palate. And you start to realize the ingredients that you add to your cooking is so much more than just browning them or breaking down the fibers, but they are these 4 different senses on your palate. And how you manipulate sweet, sour, bitter, and salty can add an entire new dimension to your cooking.